Hey, what's up, you guys?
What's up?
So this is the finale of Game of Thrones.
We made it.
Season 5, episode 10. Can't believe we finally made it to this point. I'm sad to see the show over with, but it was a great season, and this finale, I think, was the best one of all the seasons so far. And by the way, we also will have a reaction review of our reactions on key parts of the video, anything worth seeing, I believe. And also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the end of my video, so please watch the end. I'm going to talk about a book that me and my company, we are illustrating. Jerry Schaefer did the artwork, which is brilliant, I must say. Actually, the first book already came out, Divergent Chill by Brian Fontenot. And so what I'm going to do is a giveaway for subscribers. So anyone who subscribes to my channel up until July 4th, I'm going to do a giveaway. 2 books I'm going to give away. The ebooks are on sale at Amazon, and so I'll give away to a random subscriber. So go ahead and tonight, tomorrow, just start subscribing, and you'll be in the drawing just like that. Okay, and I'll talk about that more at the end of the video. But anyway, so at the beginning of this episode, we started off with Stannis the man. And he started off, I ranked him pretty high. I thought he was gonna do, I thought he was gonna have success. I thought he was gonna do very well, and everything just backfired. Everything he did.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't care for Stannis, like talking about.
Yeah.
I seen him, you know what I'm saying? Let me reiterate that. I didn't care for him after what he did to Renly.
Yeah.
I paid attention to, I seen some screwed up stuff going on, but I didn't think he would be that low to kill his own flesh,
his own daughter,
blood. But this is Game of Thrones, so
that was just cold, and that's pretty much how it is. Karma. That's one thing about Game of Thrones. Good guys, they do die, but people that do wrong, it seems like it always comes around to them. And clearly, in this episode, a lot of revenge and payback was the theme of the whole episode.
This was the episode of retribution.
Yeah. So he found out his wife hung herself, and that, to me, that was hard because I didn't know she took that so bad, and that clearly shows how much that just killed her inside. She couldn't
it went straight to hell for him.
He found out half his army left. I mean, that was the whole reason he was doing this whole thing, so he could take over.
Melisandre,
she was looking oops.
Mission failed.
I guess I was wrong.
I'm gonna go and devise another plan.
Let me get out of here.
Let me get out of here.
She went and got on her horse and went. She got him out of there.
She hightailed
right away.
I know he was
like.
You killed you killed your wife's brother, had your wife's brother burned,
all
your daughter
these sacrifices
burned, all these sacrifices for nothing, only to be ended.
Terrible. And so the next scene, before we get to how he ended, the next scene we had Jon Snow talking to
Sam.
Yeah, he was talking to Sam. And Sam is, I guess, gonna go off with Gilly, or he did go off with Gilly.
Basically, that's what happened. He wanted to go
make some more babies or something.
Pretty much, he had his first whiff, and now he can't get enough. Basically,
yeah, he's breaking a lot of vows now.
What?
That scene was painful. Anyway. So the next scene we saw Sansa go, and she finally was able to light the candle. She's taking some action herself to try to escape because she probably has a gut feeling that something is not going to go
out. Right. Like she saw the how outnumbered.
Yeah. Stannis. And that was one thing. This was after she saw Stannis was way outnumbered. His only chance pretty much was going to try to get a sneak attack and take off some of his men, and using his strength of fighting in battle. But I mean, all the numbers that he had to face, that pretty much crushed everything that he had in mind, because and they were fighting in the snow where they had a bigger advantage, and it was just all bad for
And
Stannis.
Ramsay and his motley crew was on the field, doing stuff, and his rancid.
To see him win again is just painful. He's next season he's gonna get his due. I just know it will happen. So, and then Brienne, of course, she got her revenge, and she got to take out. I'm assuming she killed Stannis, unless you know there's a little twist, and she decided, you know, maybe the Boltons are a worse enemy, and maybe I could actually ally with Stannis, and plus, of course, her main goal is to get Sansa. So who knows? Okay, the next scene we have Arya. This was so sweet because it was a taste of her training coming to fruition.
Like
this pervert, Marin Trant, he was yeah, this guy was up there trying to take advantage of these 3 girls, abusing them. What this nasty pervert does best: hit little girls and abuse them, and does all that stuff to people who can't do anything back. That's probably all he can do. And so he hit this one girl, and he was like, "Oh, she's a little resilient. She wants to act stubborn and not bow down to my stupid will,
not scream or nothing."
So he punched her in the stomach. She was like, "Oh,
that was such a you little like a weakling."
That all you got? And so she got up, and I knew it.
I knew we didn't go out like weird, man.
This ain't no little random girl, you know. Of course, this is gonna be Arya. And so she took off the fake face, and wow, this is like the most raw, the most aggressive I've seen her. You know, we've seen her do stuff before, but this was just like
she was like one of those. She was like one of those whites, whatever whites. The White Walker children.
Yeah,
she jumped on him like she jumped on.
That was vicious. How
took
she
his eye out like it was wonderful.
Yeah, we saw all the passion, the revenge going through her at that moment.
Like apparently
she took him out very fast.
Made him remember the name and all that stuff, and she just slit his throat.
And so I think, of course, because she took the eyes from him, maybe that had something to do with that part. I'm just like, is she gonna be blind? That kind of sucks. But I think that does really much suck. I'm trying to look at the positive, but that sucks, you know? Then, of course, we go back to Dorne, where Marcella, the whole arrangement they have with Marcella, Tristan, and Lord Jaime going back to King's Landing, being allowed to go back by the Prince of Dorne. And there's a big twist. Of course, she was given a kiss by the mother of the Sand Snakes.
I'm like, oh crap, lady.
I knew something was dark and red, very red and blood red about that lipstick. I didn't know it was poison until we see her bleeding from her body, from her nose and other parts of her body.
This happened right after they both confirmed that I knew you were my father.
Yeah, Marcella, she admitted that she already knew the truth
I'm glad that you were my father, and that's when she just.
Yeah, and we'll see if she croaks. It looks like she probably is, but we'll see what happens. That maybe they might have some type of way to save her. And of course, they had the antidote for the lady that gave
Of course. Nose bled a little bit, but she took care of it.
All right. She wiped it off, took her antidote, and good. That's how the Martells do it. Then we had a big verbal battle between Tyrion, Jorah Mormont, the assistant,
Daryl Naharis.
That's his name, yeah. And of course, Grey Worm decided they had to kind of join in too.
Right, it was just
a battle of trying to say who is more loyal, who should be
going to go save Daenerys.
And I think they made a right decision by letting Tyrion, because his value is probably
he'll get the influence of the people.
He's less useful in being in a battle. And they decided to go ahead and try to find Daenerys, and we see that Daenerys is in a lot of trouble. Drogon is critically hurt.
Yeah, he is seriously hurt.
And he's just not in the mood to fly her back or whatever she wants to do. She's trying to get back to Marine.
Yep.
But she's not coming back anytime soon. So she went off in a little journey, trying to just see, what I can do, what I can find, if I can get there myself, which probably will take a long time. And she runs into a huge,
gigantic valley of nothing but look like the Dothraki almost.
Or something. Yeah, they look like how they're dressed and stuff, and their appearance is like Dothraki. So I'm thinking that hopefully they know that she's the queen. Hopefully she's okay. Well, I'm assuming that maybe they have her captive and they will have to save the princess. The old school tale of princesses getting rescued. They're going to go back to that old thing.
Thank you for rescuing me, but Princess Peach is still in another castle.
We get near the end of the episode when we have the big moment. Cersei's atonement, Cersei's walk of shame. She admitted to her, she admitted to one sin, but she
1% of her billions of atrocities.
Yeah, she's just like, no, I didn't sleep with my brother. No, they aren't his children, and this and that. And like, okay. I guess she doesn't want to admit any of the big stuff. She wants to give him just a little taste of her sins. The stuff that she won't get as much of a big punishment for, It was like, no. So it was convincingly denying other stuff, but he still is not. He knows probably how convincing and how she can just tell some falsehoods. So he's going to go ahead and do the trial to get to the truth. And she had the big walk. Ooh, they were brutal. They were throwing all types of stank on her.
The nudities and just
showing off all types. So that was more breasts and penises, I think, that we saw.
Right. I was like, God, all these memory missile silos and sausage pieces and stuff. Like, jeez.
I was like, and I was like, they ain't got that much on. It don't take that much for them.
Then they bunch of old geezers.
Yeah, the oldest, most dried up raisin.
They spitting in the face. Oh, and one woman got popped in the head and the mouth so hard with a hole put in her face.
What kind of sticks do they have? They be just popping holes in people with these batons, these weak weapons they got, but they be taking out people. That's for sure. Especially people that ain't got no armor or no resistance.
But
these people are crazy. But yeah, she got punished. She got hit some,
pushed
stuff
down
on her. She broke down.
They spat on her.
You could see that she was looking and thinking of atonement. That was the whole part of how she went down. That was pretty much what probably carried her through that whole scene, is just knowing that she's going to atonement. I was just like, a part of me wanted to say like, oh man, I kind of feel sorry for her.
I didn't. No. This queen harlot had it coming.
She did all this. She deserves all this.
And was so funny in the beginning. I just loved it even more to see that smug look on her face deteriorate. She started looking.
And it slowly started going down.
But all of a sudden,
I'm still the queen, the hottest thing walking around. But they brought her down to their level real quick. She probably knows how it feels to be down in the dirt.
They got with her.
Yeah. So she broke down. She cried. That was all great. Beautiful way to end Cersei's suffering.
But the thing is,
it's not over yet because they still have the trial and other stuff. And the big monster.
Yes, that's the mountain stein.
Yeah,
the
this
Frankenstein
thing is grayish, weird. Eyes are yellow. This thing is a true monster.
She just got her super soldier. There's no telling how. I'm like, what is going on? This can't be life. This cannot be life. But hey,
I hate that.
It's like she cried like a crybaby, and now she get a toy for being exposed and crying like a baby.
Yeah, she got a big toy to protect her, play with.
And I bet you that weakness of hers that just left out the bed. And I'm going to send this. I'm going to send my monster after him.
Yeah. So we ended the episode with Jon Snow getting stabbed to death. They ended it like, I mean, he's bleeding. If anybody gets stabbed like that in his spleen and all these organs, that's to the point where he made, that was just painful.
And that was brutal.
To see our favorite character.
It felt like Julius Caesar.
Yeah, that's pretty much
what it was like, Julius Caesar.
Et tu, Brute? I'm your mentor.
I mean, I seen it coming from a mile. Nobody liked him.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt Ali, but he did it.
Right.
Yeah, and everything. Jon's trying to help everybody. He's doing everything right, trying to save
Man,
that
he
shit,
just finished fighting the epic battle with the White Walkers and stuff, and you gonna sit up there and do this?
Don't y'all know what he went through? Maybe they need phones so he can record his whole battle. He may be dead, but there's a possibility that, you know, maybe somehow they will save him. We don't know. And so they ended, and as far as we know, that's the end of Jon Snow. We'll see.
A whole freaking year, bro.
Yeah. And we have to wait a while to see how this situation is going to kind of continue on, because that's a huge character.
Yes, like he was my. I'm so tired of the Stark. Will the Starks ever catch a break?
Yeah.
Will they? They always get in the shaft.
Always.
I'm ready for some retribution.
So, anyway, that was a great episode. I think this was the best finale so
was
far.
An interesting season.
There was so much going on. Great season. Thank you guys for watching our reviews.
Yes,
it's
thanks.
been great being with you guys and just talking about everything with the episodes and just sharing, you know, all the pains and the joys going on during these episodes, because they've been intense.
It's been
heartbreaking.
It's been a nice run.
It's been great.
I guess we'll see it next year.
Yep. And like I said, we have a reaction video. And I'm going to do a giveaway to 2 lucky subscribers. You will receive Divergent Chill, the first copy, the first of the 2 books that are being released. It's called Divergent Chill, Battle of Nesma. It's a very interesting book. It's similar to Game of Thrones in a way, just to give you kind of a overview of it. Mm-hmm. They use swords, and there's a lot of that type of medieval type of environment. Not that it's necessarily set in the medieval, but that whole atmosphere is a part of that story. We illustrated the cover and everything. You can go to my website at www.drawingworks.com, and if you go to buy the book, or if you go to Amazon.com and just check out the book Divergent Chill, there's also more information about the book, and there's Brian's website is up there. I don't remember exactly what the website is, you have to forgive me, but it's on that page. You can find it on the Amazon.com page. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Appreciate you.
Review.
Until next year.
See you next time. Take it easy. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Like this video if you like it. Peace out.
Deuces.